As we say goodbye to Wenatchee National Forest and the breathtaking scenery of Washington State, we continue east and cross back into Oregon.
Morning mist on the valley floor, golden light on the peaks once more. Every bend in the road brings something new. Sky so big, sky so blue, greener adventures take me away through the forest where the wild heart plays. This is our adventure, greener adventure.
New forest, new trails, and fresh adventures await. Welcome to this episode of Greener Adventures.
On the road.
Yeah, baby. Love it. Another Tuesday, heading out to a new location that we've never been to before.
Yeah, never been.
LeGrand, Oregon. Not mooch docking, but yet we have some of the same benefits of a mooch dock. So we're boondocking.
Turn right.
In the national forest, but Aaron's dad lived in LeGrand.
And drop off the violins.
The violins are going away.
Yes, the time has come.
Oh, it's been so much fun to carry around. Imagine all that space. What are we going to do with that?
So we just picked up some cherries, locally roasted peanuts. Justin said they were really good. And some huckleberry preserves. We're going to try with our Ninja Creamy to see if we can make some huckleberry ice cream. Yeah, super cool store. If you're ever in the area, highly recommend. Check it out. Thank you. Have a good one. Yeah. That was the owner. Super friendly guy. Family run. His daughter was in there working as well. Very, very cool.
Google gives you Google time, we call it, and then there's RV time, and Google time is
Not the same.
not the same. It's about double RV time. So anyway, we'll be driving through Yakima again, and then on down south of LeGrand. We first initially got an idea of where everybody's camping around LeGrand, and there seemed to be 4 spots. Kyle over at Wandering Shores did a video. His spot looked really good. This spot was a little closer to town, so that's why we chose that one. Sorry, Kyle. Didn't use your spot. Not yet, unless it's full. Then we might fall back to your spot.
But keep doing your camp reviews because they're They're nice.
Yeah, if you've never checked them out, you got to go over and check out Wandering Shores. They do some amazing camp reviews for boondockers. So this spot's a little further down from Kyle's spot on the south side of the highway, 84. So it's closer to LeGrand. So we like that, the idea of being closer, because I'm sure we'll be making lots of trips into LeGrand over the next couple weeks. But we used iOverlander to zero in on the camping pulse of that area. Then used a little bit of Campendium to see if larger rigs have been using it. And it looked like there was a few.
Which is important. I mean, we're not huge by any means, but if a fifth wheel can get in there, then we're
golden. And then I finally used Onyx Off-Road to ensure that that area was owned by the National Forest and there wasn't a bunch of private plots or things I needed to look out for or worry about. So the Onyx gave me the reassurance that that area was campable with the highlighted yellow line saying you can camp within 300 feet of the road. So yeah, so I used all three sources. So we'll see how we end up today.
Yeah, it's always smart to have backups. We usually have 2 to 3 backups depending on the area.
So when we're looking for campgrounds, we talked a little bit about this in the Alabama Hills video. Check it out if you didn't see it. We're always looking for boondocking first. If we have to, we'll pay for a state campground, a city campground, whatever, but it's usually just for a few nights if that is what happens. I think it's happened 2 or 3 times in the 3 years. What do we look for when we're looking for boondocking spots? Hiking for me is number one. Accessibility to trails and movement and beauty.
Yeah.
Because if I'm cooped up like we were there in the Dalles, that was a beautiful spot, river, scenic, Starlink,
Good
solar.
Yeah, that's true.
We were out in 3 days. You had no walking.
All right, so number 1 is walking.
I think it's beauty, yeah. We'll just call that beauty.
We like to get outdoors and walk.
Yeah.
Finn likes to walk.
Finn really likes to walk.
Double bonus if it's got something that he can get in the water, a river,
Yeah.
stream, lake.
Water's always fun to
He
see.
loves to swim.
Fun things to do sort of feeds into that number 1 beauty, whether it's family, hikes, things to visit, see, explore. That's all that. I mean, that's why we're out here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not out here to save money. We're not out here to
It's to have experiences.
it's the experiences that we're after. Then I would say Starlink is number 2 because the job depends on it.
Yeah.
Can't do it. If there was, it's tied for number 1. If there's no Starlink and no cell phone, we couldn't do the spot even if it was beautiful and walkable.
Yeah.
So those are tied. Then 3, I think, is solar.
Yeah.
All right. I would say 4, accessibility. And when we say accessibility, we're not afraid to articulate the trailer a little bit.
And we got the Save Jacks, which those are so handy to have.
Then I would say resources come in next, right?
It depends on what level of resources. Like, we don't always need a Walmart. We could plan ahead and stock up before we arrive. Water is the big kicker. Like, is there water where you're going? We don't like to travel with a tank full of water. We don't travel with a tank full of water.
Usually just have enough to wash hands for a couple days and wash dishes. Maybe 5 gallon. The reason we haven't traveled with water in the past is because the Tundra that we had before the Ram was underpowered. The reason we don't travel with water in the tanks today, even though we have the Ram, the 1 ton, we could pull the frame off the wheels, is because we don't want the tank to drop because we hit some pretty hard stuff. And so we've seen plenty of videos out there and understand that these tanks are just hanging on cross members, and you start articulating and stretching that frame, hitting washboards. There's a high probability you get a lot of weight in those tanks. You could shoot it right through the underbelly.
And we have the water bladder too that we could always fill
So
up
that-
the water bladder in the back of the truck.
Yeah, that leads me to our next point is we've had a 60-gallon water bladder. We have a 42-gallon tank. So basically we have 1 fill up with a water bladder, and we just purchased 120 gallon water bladder.
That'll be nice.
Yeah. We can get 2 weeks worth of water in a bag because you just fill up the RV as you get low. You just So you just carry around that bag of water in the truck. That's going to be a game changer as far as resources when it comes to water. We do have one water situation in our camper that uses more than most people would probably use, and that is a reverse osmosis. We weren't really willing to give on that one. I know that there are other filter systems out there, and we might explore those one day, but the reverse osmosis, it does waste about, it's not quite 1-for-1. This model, it's 1 to 0.7. So you're losing about 3/4 of a gallon for every gallon of water you're making with the reverse osmosis. But let me tell you, clean water, drinking water on the road is key.
Yeah,
100%. Oh, the last one, and probably the most overlooked and the most unpredictable with any good camp spot, is climate.
Yeah, the weather.
Weather. That's right. So high altitude, cold, low altitude could be a windy situation. Like here's a great example of where you'd think climate would have no factor because it's such a beautiful area in the winter, and that is Yuma, Arizona. Or what was the one in Page? Lake Powell. Two beautiful areas are, very accessible areas, I could say. Very popular areas. But the wind is horrendous.
Yes.
So always think about the climate. That one's hard to predict. Obviously, we use a bunch of apps. We have a weather station. You might see the weather station on the back of the RV. That helps for the here and now weather. It has weather bug is I think what it sources. Again, that's a crowdsourcing weather. So everybody's weather station, probably everybody's house, is a data point. So you can look on a map and go to where you're going to be on the map and click on somebody's actual weather, not some weather station that doesn't care about Lassen weather up by Somerville, but somebody's weather station is sitting up there at the top of the mountain, and you can click on their weather station. It'll show you the predicted weather, but it'll show you the current weather. And you'll always find that the current weather never matches the actual apps out there that are predicting weather. I don't know why. Never, not even close. Seems like a lot to juggle. It overwhelms some people. That is not a fun exercise to go through every time, to not know where you're going to camp, to not know what the conditions are, those top 5 things that we look at. It can be exhausting, mental fatigue, decision overload, but I would encourage you to look at all of those as opportunities. As you're exploring, you get to check out something new, and you never get it right. You never get all 5 perfect every time. You're always going to be off by something. But as long as you got your health and you're safe, you can always move.
Open roads, clear skies, adventures ahead. Living our best life, no mad, no regrets. Sweeping views all around us now, from the peaks to the valleys. Me and you, we're flying high on this endless drive. Living our best life, feeling so alive. Let the moment soar, capture the light. The winding river under morning bright. No looking back, only forward we roam. This open world, it feels like home.
All right, so we're pulling in on Spring Creek Road off the 80. Just went over the pass out of Pendleton, about 10 miles from LeGrand. So we are in scout mode now. It's a really pretty forest.
It is really pretty. It's like we got some wildflowers blooming.
So far, the road's not too bad.
Mm-mm.
It's not paved. I spoke too soon.
Looks like we got a schoolie in front of us.
Yeah, we saw him on the interstate. I whipped around him, but then I realized my microphone was back in the RV, so Erin had to go get the microphone. Once she was getting the microphone, the schoolie came around us again, so we lost pole position for the camp spots.
They're just showing us the line.
Their suspension system up and down. I spoke too soon about the potholes. Got lots of potholes for us. Right now, Kyle's watching this video and he's laughing at me because he told me in this video could go right to his spot on pavement. Here we are bouncing the trailer up and down.
But we'd have to go up that pass every time we went into the ground.
That's right.
So
We have a theory about these forest roads, that the National Forest doesn't maintain them to keep people from going over 5 miles an hour. There's a poodle you don't see every day, riding on the back of a four-wheeler.
it's an adventure poodle. It's like he knew we were talking about him.
Yeah.
He like looked back like,
Yeah.
what?
That's not a city poodle. So what were we saying about we won't drive down roads that are difficult to drive down?
This is pretty bumpy,
It's pretty bad.
pretty potholy.
Yeah, gonna call that the gauntlet. You lose an axle if you had a two-wheel drive back here.
Justin just put up the drone. I came across the road to look at another spot, which it's an okay spot. We're just parked right over there. We walked down that way. It was just too rocky. So, scouting with the drone, scouting by foot. Yeah, this would be okay, but the road is right there. There's still more spots along this road and a couple of the other roads. So we're not out of spots. We just don't know how busy it's going to be here. So stay tuned.
All right, so we exhausted all of the satellite view spots that we had picked out. So we threw the drone up, took a look around, scoped a couple more spots, about a half mile up a smaller forest road. So we're gonna go check those out right now. Ooh, that's quite the slot there.
That might be a saberjack.
Might be.
All right. Fronts look good. Nice and slow. Okay, looking good so far.
Check the fronts.
Think we're gonna be okay. Fronts are good. Looking good so far.
We're clear.
That was really close, like 1/4 of an inch close. It was close.
Close would be if you're pushing a little dirt.
Time to get out and look.
So we just parked. I went back and got Justin's compass. Entry looks pretty good. We've got a patch of mud right there. So now we're at the site. Looks pretty level-ish. It's small. It's not a heavily used one.
Out for our first morning walk here in the new location.
Roads were a little rough coming in yesterday.
It violated our rules, huh?
Potholes.
Potholes.
And our spot was pretty precarious to get into. Could be really interesting getting out. Hopefully there's no rain in the forecast.
Yeah, the road coming in, it's a single lane road with really tight trees on each side. And then the turn into the spot was about a 90-degree angle on a single track road for a truck and trailer. And so the trailer had to creep over the bank. The tracks were left by the trailer crawling up on the bank. So probably not the most ideal for a aging trailer with leaf springs, but we made it in and got a good spot. It's really quiet. I think we saw some locals that were out doing some recreational logging go by last night. That was it.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the coyotes.
Oh yeah,
Full of locals.
yeah. We met one of the locals last night. Real healthy looking coyote on trail. Aaron told me about, they called us the Blue Mountains. And last night on our walk, I can see why they call them that, because looking from our direction into the Grand, looking towards John Day, which is south, all the mountains were all blue.
Keep the change. They're leaving every which way, and these are strange times, and I'd like you by my side.
Make sure you don't miss next week's episode. Get ready for an unforgettable adventure as we roll into the charming town of La Grande. We'll spend quality time with family, enjoy some lively fiddle music, hit some beautiful trails near camp, and soak up everything this stunning corner of Oregon has to offer.